Hello, my name is Tucker Prito, and I will be telling you why it is important to duck hunt early in the morning. And these are my audience.
I'm Austin.
I'm Toby.
I'm Ivan.
Tyrell.
Heather.
Good afternoon, everyone. Today I will be showing you today I will be telling you why it is important to wake up early to duck hunt. It's not just getting out of bed while it's still dark. It's about preparation, strategy, respecting, and rhythm of the nature. The best time is to go out is usually an hour before shooting night. They're most active during dawn and dusk, with the morning hours being prime time for flight. If you're not already set up before the sun starts to rise, you're missing out on some best shooting light opportunities. Ducks tend to move more early in the morning, traveling from their roosting areas to feeding spots. By being in position before first light, you have the best chance to catch them before shooting light. This is especially critical during unreasonable warm weather when hunting pressures birds and ducks, like wood ducks, while genuinely flying like nuts the first few moments of light and dusk. If you're stumbling into your spot after sunrise, making noise and being seen, you're going to scare off the birds you're trying to hunt. By arriving early, you get to quietly blend in with the environment and let nature settle around you. You get to connect with nature. Also, waking up early shows respect for the duck. Duck hunting isn't something you do halfway. The early mornings, the cold weather, the effort, all types of the challenge. Being willing to put in the kind of dedication shows that you take the sport seriously. And usually the harder you work for something, the more rewarding it is. I've found it is important to be early to flush ducks off of their roosting spots to go feed in field in the morning. I've also found it is important to not try to go really early because sometimes the birds fly if they get scared from wildlife. I try to set up these spots and I'm certain the birds are feeding areas. Usually I try to get there early in the morning when chasing mallards because they perhaps are a bit larger than geese. But again, being early will never hurt you. Sometimes though, afternoon and evening hunts are more productive than morning hunts. You can sleep in, but you should be able to set up and ready long before you expect the action to start. Hunting ducks in the evening can be very more productive, but you also do not have as much time to hunt if you hunt in the evening. Where I hunt, you can shoot a half an hour before actual shooting light. In the evening, you have to stop hunting at sunset, or 30 minutes after sunset actually is. It's still pretty light at sunset, and it's amazing how many birds you will see fly over you while picking up decoys at the time, but you cannot shoot them. A morning duck hunt is tradition. There's something spiritual about it. Whatever the higher power you believe in, it can certainly be felt in the moments leading up to legal shooting light and throughout the extent of the mornings as the world wakes up and everyone is trying to fight for survival. When me and my friends hunt, we like to just sit in the blind when it's really, really cold, maybe make some breakfast before we hunt, and just have a good old time. We as waterfowlers are there for the harvest and make memories with our friends and family. But it comes to success. There's a few factors to take into account when considering a morning or afternoon hunt. First and foremost being the information gathered during your scouting. Another weather component is to take into account is wind. Wind speed can be your best friend or your worst enemy. If the wind is in your face, it can be good, but if the wind is at your back, which means the ducks will smell you or hear you a lot easier, which means that they won't fly in and you'll have to be more hidden. Have I seen bluebird mornings where 3 to 4 packs of ducks give up at 20 yards? Yes, but the universe has been more true farther than that. If you ask any duck hunter what their ideal hunting conditions are, and I agree, you'll hear them say something about 10 to 15 mile an hour wind. Blue and green-winged teal are really extremely hard to hunt when it's windy because they're just already automatically fast, and when the wind is with them, it's like you're shooting at like a plane when you're in the army. Wind seems to get birds off of their nightly roost to search for daytime feed and hangout location. It also adds liveliness to your decoy spread to the moment you're sitting there and you're blind. You have 2 hours to hunt in the morning compared to the evening. However, those who prefer evening hunts in the morning compared to the evening. However, those who like to wake up at 3 a.m. usually put out a lot more decoys in the field than they do on water, because geese, they like fly in larger packs than ducks, and ducks usually fly on water and really don't like feed that much. And after, winds present the perfect condition to push birds into their decoys for their rest. Thank you, and that was my speech about why it is important to duck hunt early in the mornings. I'm Tucker. That's Heather, my dad, Ivan, Toby, and Austin the filmer. Thank you.